Time for number 28 of my Best Picture Marathon. Best Picture Marathon theme song. By the mid-1950s, Hollywood was kind of at war with television. They were two separate industries at that time, and the big movie studios felt threatened by television, which was free entertainment right in your home. In those days, a lot of TV programs were produced live. They were essentially plays on camera, and lots of talented people who hadn't gotten a break in Hollywood went to New York to break into television. Patty Chayefsky wrote a number of successful television play scripts, one of which was for a TV movie called Marty, which starred Rod Steiger, who would go on to appear in On the Waterfront, and Nancy Marchand, who would go on to play Tony Soprano's mother. In 1955, United Artists released a movie adaptation of Marty, which was also written by Patty Chayefsky. At the insistence of Chayefsky, Delbert Mann, who directed the TV version, directed the movie version as well. I actually like the movie better than the original TV version. The movie version stars Ernest Borgnine, who had typically been cast as heavies and tough guys, like in From Here to Eternity. But Marty is about a good-natured, sweet, socially awkward, middle-aged butcher who feels that love has passed him by. Borgnine was a risk, but when he read for Mann and Chayefsky and the producers, they immediately were like, this guy's the guy. Rod Steiger claims he turned down reprising his role because he didn't want to sign a lengthy contract with the producers. The producers, on the other hand, say they never wanted Steiger. They figured the audience wouldn't want to pay to buy a ticket to see a movie starring an actor they could see on television for free. Either way, it was Borgnine's good fortune, and he ended up winning an Oscar for his performance. His love interest in the film is played by Betsy Blair. Blair had been blacklisted in Hollywood because of her communist sympathies, but at the time she was married to Gene Kelly, who was one of the biggest stars in the world. She really wanted to play Clara in this film, so Kelly used his connections to put pressure on United Artists to get them to cast her, and she is quite good in the role. The cast also includes Jerry Paris, who would later go on to direct and appear in many episodes of The Dick Van Dyke Show. It's been a very long time since I've watched Marty, but I do really like the movie. There are certain cultural aspects that feel a little bit dated, but the movie's themes about loneliness are universal and still feel very relevant today. This very small little intimate character piece that doesn't have a lot of glamorous stars in it was going to be a tough sell at the box office. Movie star Burt Lancaster was one of the producers, and so he appeared in the film's trailer to try to drum up some excitement from audiences. He and his co-producer Herbert Hecht also screened the film at the Cannes Film Festival, where it became the first movie to ever win the coveted Palme d'Or. Marty was a very low-budget film, but it ended up being quite profitable. There were a lot of great films that came out in 1955. Astonishingly, Charles Laughton's masterpiece Night of the Hunter wasn't even nominated for Best Picture. So I don't know if Marty necessarily deserved to win Best Picture, but its box office success and the fact that it won signified to the Hollywood studios that low-budget, character-driven, independently produced films could be viable. Anyway, it's just a nice movie, and I like it. At 90 minutes, it's the shortest film to ever win Best Picture, unlike our next film, the 3-hour Around the World in 80 Days. We'll talk about that one next time.